Hello YouTube and welcome to yet another video by me for you. It is currently 3:30 p.m. in Sydney, Australia, and as you know, this channel is all about time-lapse travel and teaching, and in this episode we are combining all three. We've got the magical trifecta. I'm about to leave to Melbourne tomorrow early morning. I've got a 6 a.m. flight to shoot a time-lapse for the Crown Casino, and I'm gonna take you along. I'm gonna show you what I'm bringing, how I'm shooting, why I'm shooting like that. The goal is to shoot a 3-day time-lapse and then edit that all overnight and deliver it Monday morning. So we're gonna be shooting Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We've got a fun crew joining us, and I'm just gonna take you along. If you're not into photography, if you're not into time-lapse, this might not be the video for you, but I think it'll still be entertaining, or at least interesting, to follow along on this big commercial project. So yeah, let's get started with the gear that I'm bringing on this one. And here we have it. So this is pretty much all I'm bringing, and that's pretty minimal, I'd say. I know it looks like a lot, but hear me out. I'm bringing 3 cameras, that's 3 62s, a 24-70, 17-40, a 16-35, 2 tiny backup lenses, a 40mm, a 50mm, that's a ×2 extender, that's the 70-200 Canon lens, that's a remote and a battery and a motion control system. Those are filters for long exposures. That's a case relay, it powers your camera via a USB battery. Underneath is a wall plug that I might use as well. Little chair, that is a crucial time-lapse accessory. About 4 tripods total and a mini tripod. The Zhiyun crane for some hyperlapses. Good working shoes, love those shoes. Notepad and hard drives and cables and offload stuff. A GoPro with some accessories like a clamp and a suction mount. Laptop to work on, headphones, sunnies, a hat, not bringing the scooter, sad face. Rain jacket because it's Melbourne and the weather's always crazy, and my f-stop bag, and then my old low pro bag is going with me as well, because there's no way I can actually fit all that in the one bag safely. Let's start packing. And there you have it. That is my carry-on. That's definitely overweight, but I can always take out a camera and lens in case they need me to drop the weight. This has got 2 tripods and a little chair. Then there's an extra tripod, mini tripod, motion control stuff, gimbal, and this bag. And that leaves me with this much room here for clothes and toiletries, which is more than enough. It's 4:15 a.m. It's time to head to the airport. I've booked an Uber last night, and hopefully it turns up. This is the first time I'm trying this. Beautiful. I have made it to Melbourne, and behind me is one of 5 Dragon fire films. We'll have 5 artists painting these over the next 3 days, and we'll be covering that in a time lapse.
That's great.
The shoot has begun. I'm shooting my first successful time-lapse. I had set up 2 shots earlier for one of the artists, but then the scissor lift broke down and didn't work, so I wasted pretty much an hour on only like a 5-hour shoot day, so that's not ideal. The shot is on the way, and it's looking good. I'm shooting video time-lapses on the 62s. I'm making a video, I wrote the script, I'm making a video about that, the benefit or the negatives of shooting video versus photo as time-lapses. Because the project has such a tight turnaround, it is important that I minimize the editing time. It is currently, it's almost 1:30 p.m. We've been running some shots. Allow me to introduce you to the one and only soy boy,
hey,
Cameron Doyle.
Cammy boy.
Who flew in from Adelaide. His flight got cancelled last night.
Yeah, at like midnight got cancelled, and I had to sort it out quickly, and I was 2 hours late, but I'm here and I'm excited, mate.
Cam's assisting me today. I'm taking him under my wing, teaching him, showing him the ropes, is that the saying?
You're mentoring me, because I need to learn.
Yeah, the guy's quit his job and is going for that full-time freelance passion old thing, so how good. Cam might take over the video blog or the vlog. We're going to try and shoot as much as possible of this project. So yeah, excited to have you here and excited to take you guys along. So first thing you do when you arrive on any location or on any shoot is do a location scout, which means nothing more than just walk around and see what's around, see what the environment's like. We've got 5 pillars that are going to be painted from both sides, and the first thing I looked at are what are the potential angles. There's only so much you can learn from using Google Maps or Google Satellites or Google Earth, whatever it's called.
to try and figure out your spots. So walk around and take notes and do some test shots, and then combine that with your shot list, and then figure out which will go done first. You can only, of course, spread out so much, even though I've got Cameron Doyle, the one and only here, assisting me. That's just 2 setups. So yeah, you gotta be smart about it and time it out, and also talk to the artists, and yeah, it all comes down to the shot list. Just work on that. Once you round that up, shoot extra stuff. That's all bonus. That's great. Love me some bonus content. How good. Bam, done.
Am I blind? Side and then down.
Is everything okay?
Trying to get it to work.
How is that ever going to calibrate? Oh my god. You're joking. Technically, yeah, this is what I was doing before.
He's going for a practice run. Is it better now?
It's moved like ever so slightly to that way. But before it was just like boosting to the left.
Yeah.
It's rolling, how good. I reckon this is the first time that I've actually got someone specifically filming me for my vlog, not me being the film person. Anyways, we're nearing the end of today's shoot, day 1 out of 3. The way today went was I listed up a shot list and pretty much go through that. So every day separated. I knew today was crucial to get big fill-up shots because that's just the way muralists work. They do the lines and then the base colors, and then they add most of the details. So I wanted to get that initially to get the clean slate. Now we're lucky on this shoot that we have the other side of the films as well in case we missed some stuff, which we actually did today due to a broken scissor lift and other stuff that you can't really plan on. So always got to be prepared. There's so much stuff going on. Have that shot list, just split up your workload and just follow the shots. And the way you make the shot list is by thinking of the edit and thinking how you're going to edit, what the key shots are that you need in the edit, and then you set that all up, you write it down. It's kind of like, you know, you think of your storyboard, set up the shot list using that, and then shoot. And that's all you can do. You can kind of compartmentalize everything, and it makes everything a bit less daunting when you can just work off a list and just tick them off. So today I had probably about 7 shots that I really needed to get. Tomorrow we've got a few more, maybe the same, and then on Sunday the same, and then that's it. How good.
You're a lot better at talking to the camera than I am. I stutter a lot and have to edit it.
I've been doing this for years.
Yeah, but
I worked in full-time breakfast radio.
I was like, all those things like, fuck, I'm rambling. How am I going to cut this? How am I going to cut out of this sentence?
Made it to the room with the boys. We're offloading gear, we're offloading data, we're charging batteries. We're gonna do a quick in and out because we're gonna go have some drinks and dinner because I feel like we deserve it after a long day of time lapses.
Did you tell this hotel room that there was a fire danger in this specific unit because these SDs are flames?
The first thing I do when I enter a room is set up the charging station, which usually means getting rid of everything that's on a desk. I've got one of these power cubes. It's got 4 power outlets and 2 high power USB ports. Immediately plug in all the batteries. Take note of what you went through by labeling your batteries. A lot of people have asked about data management and data usage and stuff on these strips. So this is a 2 terabyte SSD hard drive, which will be the main working drive for this project. It's offloaded using this jerry-rigged multi-card reader because there's no multi-CFast 2.0 card reader yet. I pretty much taped it to this Lexar one. Offload everything onto this drive. Once the first offload is done, back it up on an external drive. From that moment on, you always separate those 2 drives, so you never have them in the same spot, because if your bag gets stolen with both your backup and your main drive, then you're an idiot. So keep them separate, keep them far apart in the room even. And then at the end of every offload, you again do incremental backups on that second drive. And I'm gonna keep editing on this drive until the project's done. Once it's done or near finalized, I chug it on my RAID, which will soon turn into a NAS station. We might do a separate video on that later, but yeah, I got so many questions about data that I thought I'd share it with you guys. I forgot to say, before you start offloading, full cards go here. Once you're offloaded, empty cards or cards that are good to go on that side of the trackpad. Check out the view from the room. How incredibly tasty. Oh hey, didn't see it there.
Hey, g'day, welcome to Melbourne. Day 2 on the Yarra Banks. We're here with it's Conrad, right? Conrad, what a guy, who's finishing off the bottom piece of this side. I'm now setting up a time-lapse shot, and the way I set this up is I try and figure out how long the shot's going to be, and approximately no idea. So I'm just going to overshoot or set the settings so it shoots for 2 hours, which will definitely be too long, and then I'll just cut it as soon as it's done. Then we're going to shoot the other side and shoot one specific shot of the crane going up in a wide shot. We're going to crop into that later, and it's going to be a nice little start to the scene of an empty slate with the lifts going up and then filling in all the details. But for now, long exposures on this one, 1 second exposure, 2 to 3 second interval, 2,000 shots. It'll run for like 2 hours. Should be good.
How's it going, mate?
Yeah, good. So currently repositioning one of the long shots, make sure the focus is correct and the lighting is good, because clouds come in and out, and now we've got a pretty big cloud cover, so the light will stay static. So just in settings, repositioning the shot, having a look at what he's doing and where he's at in the painting phase, so I can try and figure out what his next move's going to be. I could also ask him, but he's not a very nice guy, so I don't really want to talk to him. Jokes. He's super nice. Hey. Oh, hey. How are you? We are halfway through the day, I reckon. It is 11 AM. We've just been told that at 2 to 3 PM a massive storm is going to hit the city. So I'm really happy that yesterday, when we had prime circumstances, when the weather was really nice, that we overshot our shot list, because you never know what happens the next day. We didn't even know it was going to storm until earlier today. So the fact that we kept working yesterday for as long as we could means that we might be able to cope with this storm that's coming. So yeah, if you have nice circumstances and a shot list where you can keep shooting because it might come in handy, like it probably will today.
It's the problem you get. It's the question you get asked most of all. But what's your most favourite thing about time lapse?
Serious answer. I feel like it kind of reveals a hidden dimension in our world, because you show a different perspective on time, which is something that I guess I'm a bit addicted to. It's real fun.
That's why you're the warp wizard.
Yes! Here. I just got to dedicate one person to this camera and then pass around between it.
I'll stay.
Fingers crossed, it pops. And if it doesn't, then that's all right. We on?
Now it's properly on. Sorry, Matthew. Sorry, future Matt, who's about to edit this.
Yeah, today was full on. It was quite stressful because of the bad weather, and then during the evening shoot I got pretty stressed because I was thinking about how little chances we have of shooting all the shots that I wanted. But through great planning and a great shot list, we succeeded. Cameron Doyle helped me out, Jackson Laurier, and
The beers.
the beers. We ran around the whole promenade trying to get all the shots, but yeah, it went well. We're not offloading footage and having a look at what we shot, so I can set up the shot list for tomorrow. I wonder how many times I've said shot list in this video. Probably
Shot list, a shot list, a shot list, a shot list, shot list, shot list, shot list,
shot list, shot list, shot list. It's probably up there.
You should do a running
Top
tally.
10 easily. Now, here's something fun. I got a tweet from Chad Gordon Higgins. He's like, ooh, looks like I need to step up my game. And he says, congratulations, matjoez, on Twitter. And I'm like, what does he mean? And there's a blog. And I got an email about this earlier, but I thought it was a bit spammy. But turns out my blog, that I only started properly a few months ago, in November, I think, with the Jiun crane tutorial, took #1 in time-lapse photography blogs. Now, I know what you're saying. How many time-lapse photography blogs are there? Tell you what, not that many.
So I don't know if this is a big deal or not.
There's only 21, so one dude is just no good.
But it's cool. The number 2 is Thomas from somewhere in Eastern Europe. He's got a really great channel. He posts a lot. Rank number 3 is reddit.com/r/timelapse. So the timelapse subreddit that I frequent is number 3, and I'm better than them. That's crazy. I don't know what this is based on. I think it's like stats and the amount of followers or something. Bigger than Google News. Hello timelapse vlog. This is crazy. Like all these. Michael Shaneblum, huge fan of this guy. I don't know how he didn't take number 1. Anyways, pretty happy about that. What an email. What a tweet. What a great achievement. I've worked hard for this since November. It's a bit of a. I reckon it's a bit of a goof, but yeah, I'm still happy about it, obviously. So yeah, that's good. Well done, matjoez. Nice.
What are you doing now? Did you say what you're doing now?
Yeah, I started off this whole chat talking about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm having a crown with a label out at the Crown Casino Hotel.
And out.
Day 3, unfortunately, Cameron has left this morning. I fired him, jokes. He had to leave early today to go attend a Shaggy concert, which is, you know, as you do. Today for me has been mainly editing. It's almost 3 p.m. At 3 I'm going to do a little walk around with the PR firm to have a look at all the dragons and show them the first rough draft that I edited earlier today. It's pretty good, I'm pretty happy with it, but yeah, we still need the drone footage from tonight. Been staying in touch with the drone operator who's coming down at 7:30 tonight to just kind of run through the shot list and the shots that he'll be shooting for me as I'm shooting video and stills of people enjoying the flumes going off. So it's going to be a big climactic night tonight, and then later tonight I'll be hopefully polishing off the first official rough version to send off to the client, so that by the morning we've got version 2 locked and loaded, ready to go. It is 5:30 p.m. We're just cooking up here. Jackson's back.
In May.
Polishing off the last few photos. One of the artists has left, so I can't shoot his final hero shot, but it's looking good. Final night of shooting. Got to reshoot a few photos from the last 2 nights because now the fences are removed. There's a lot happening tonight. We've got some talent coming in. We've got the drone guys operating, but to keep the worries out of my mind, I've put them on paper in a nice efficient shot list, step by step. We'll go through that every half hour, and yeah, should be pretty straightforward. Fingers crossed the weather holds up. It is 7:30 on the final night after day 3 of shooting. I just met up with the drone team, Troy and Ronnie. This is a classic example. You get what you pay for. These guys aren't cheap, but I've seen the work and they've sent through the right references and it all looks great. So I'm excited to see what they come up with tonight. Now I'm gonna meet Zoe and some other people who will be acting as talent for some reaction shots to the flumes on the first session, and then half an hour later we got the second session. So tonight we got to slam out all the photos and reaction videos and other videos as well. So it's gonna be a big night, but you know, if you put it all on the shot list, it's gonna be easy. Alrighty, it is 8:45. We had a very fun, very exciting little surprise at 8 p.m. when they started half an hour early, and I wasn't set up. So I ran across, and as I was running, changing camera settings, and I managed to shoot quite a bit of footage. And the lesson here is teach yourself how to use your camera, so you don't have to think about settings. Like literally, as you're running and looking at what's going on, analyzing the light in the scene, you dial in your settings that you think will match that scene exposure-wise, and that was that. That's how you do that. We just shot the second show. I got the reaction shots that I was after, and Jackson shot some photos of flume 4 and 5. He's now going to shoot number 1 as I shoot number 2 and 3, and then we're going to have a final shot over by the dock where the drone guys are shooting. Then we're going to offload the drone footage, and then we're going to put all our money on red, and then we're going to offload the footage and have a look and do the rough edit. It is 9:25. We are on the final shoot. I was going to roll again for the 3rd time because we nailed it already, but the drone guys are here, and the drone guys are now going to shoot on the 45mm instead of the 15, which means on the size, on their sensor size in the drone, which is a Inspire 2 with the X5S camera, because of the different sensor size, it's actually the equivalent of a 90mm lens, which zooms way in and looks insane. So I'm really excited to get the shot, revealing some of the lineup of the dragons and stuff, and I think it's yeah, I'm really happy we got these guys here, because this is some next level drone imaging. Good stuff. We only have a few more photos to shoot tomorrow morning, but I would call that a success. Cheers, boys. Thanks for tuning in. We're not done yet though. Post-production coming at you. Back in Sydney now. It is the week and a bit after this project finished. The edit went well. So the way the edit goes, or the way I approach it like this is, I've got the music locked in beforehand. Before the shoot even starts, I've sent off the music to the client. They choose 1 or 2 tracks of their preference, and then they gave me the option to choose one of them. I went for a track that had a bit of a vibe, a bit of energy to it, because it's easier to edit to. And initially it was going to be a 30-second edit, which is pretty straightforward. However, because we shot so much footage, obviously 5 different subjects, 5 artists, time lapses and hyperlapses of every one of them, sunrise and a sunset shot, establishing shots, drone aerial footage with a wide lens and a tight lens, time lapses of the fire show going off, slow motion shots of the fires going off, reaction shots and people shots while the show's on, all those things. Like, try cramming that into a 30-second video without it feeling too rushed, right? So I extended the music to 50-ish seconds and made a rough draft of the edit with like the basic storyline. So, you know, the sun rises and we have the empty fire pillars, and then you start filling it in from there, and you edit very much on the music. The music really dictates the rhythm of the edit and the pace of it. So when there's a climax or a drop or, you know, something, it's easy to put a hyperlapse there because it's more impactful, and people always like get sucked into the screen when they see a hyperlapse because it's just such an impressive type of shot. And then you work with that and you try and cut up the edit where the music changes to go to a different type of shot or go to the next sequence in the edit, be it, you know, for example, sunset, and then the reaction shots, the fire show, the nighttime stuff, and then the aerials. We knew we wanted to end on the aerial shot, so that was the last remaining hero shot. And then I just, you know, select all the best pieces of, all the best time lapses, all the best bits, and put them in the edit, and then I polish that off pretty much. Because we had such a tight turnaround, there wasn't that much time I could spend on it. So rough draft was finished mid-Sunday, if I recall correctly, because it's been a while. And then I finished that off after the Sunday night shoot. Finished that off, sent it off, got feedback in the morning, edited a few things, and then version 2 was done and dusted before I got on the plane back home at around midday, which was lovely. And then we sent off some more photos and stuff. But yeah, I love projects like this where it's an in and out. Obviously there's lots of prep work. A lot of time went into preparing this project, getting all the drone stuff in place, because it's such a hectic area with so many helicopters. You need to work with the right people, getting the assistance, getting filming permits and insurance and everything in order. It takes a while, but then when it's all going, when you're prepped well, when you get the shot list, it all goes smoothly. We got pretty lucky, I reckon, with the weather, because Melbourne's got some horrendous situations sometimes. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. I'll leave you guys with the final edit that went on their channels that I delivered to the client. If you have any questions, drop them down below. If you want to see more documentation about this project or how I prepare, check out patreon.com/matjoez, where I share more in detail documents and shot lists and storyboards and scripts of future videos. It's how you can support the channel. And yeah, just have an in-depth chat, because I was replying more detail over there. This was quite the ramble at the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've shot another one since I've started this one in Sydney, and I'll be doing more of these because I really enjoy documenting the behind the scenes of time-lapse or video projects. So yeah, if you've made it through, because this is a big one, I'd like to thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you on the next video.
You have made it all the way to the end. A massive congratulations. There's one thing I forgot to mention. As you know, Cam helped me out on this video. Cam is a YouTuber based in Adelaide. He's a close man of mine. He made 2 hilarious videos of him helping me out on this project. If you want to see a severely underrated, enormously high quality YouTuber slash vlogger, go check out the videos that Cam made. I've put them in the link down below. If you are watching them, chuck him a comment, tell him Matty Joe sent you, and yeah, I hope you enjoy watching it. I literally cried laughing watching his videos, but maybe I'm biased.
Now this is my attempt at a David Attenborough impersonation. And what it is we are talking about today is hyperlapse photography.